Howdy, folks. In comfort. How are you? How's the sound? How's the lighting? How's your day been? What have you been up to today as well? Let me know. I have been prepping the stream. Mainly that and other random things, I guess. But let's have a look at chat. Hi, Cameron. Yo, Listy. Hello, Billy. Guten Tag, Brundle. Evan says, happy Martin Luther King Day for Americans only. They get celebrated outside of America as well. Listy, anybody follow some boy online? He ran Jim Henson's old Kermit voice through an AI enhancer to make it sound like a modern recording. It's so cool. There's a whole website dedicated to that. I think it's called Uberduck or something like that, where they've actually taken like recordings of like media and fiction and stuff, and like there's so many that I've managed to get through. A lot of them don't work and they're kind of crap, but like some of them are like spot on. I remember finding an Eminem one that was like eerily close, very really well done. Zelda says they spent the day bedbound. Did you mean bedbound? Computer guy, nice. Noodles done just in time. Sick. Listy, wow, what noodles? I had noodles, so I'm not hungry for noodles now. I've had my noodles. Howdy, Cameron. Cameron says, sounds good. Hello, G-Crab. Billy, the sound and lighting are good. Computer guy, I new haircut. I'm good. I moved several pieces of furniture from one house to another, so my back hurts a little. Bless you. Make sure to rest it. Have a nice warm bath soon. Kirst, hey Jam, I just had a great week. Just auditioned for a murder mystery, and I've been cast in the role. I'm so excited. I'm really happy for you, Kirst. That's fantastic. Well done. You must have blown them away. Billy, Jammy, have you heard about Velma? I watched the first episode and I already hated it. We don't get Velma in the UK because Velma's been put onto HBO Max, and the only way we can get HBO Max, I'm not kidding, this is not me messing about. If I want to go into HBO Max, I have to get a VPN so then I can actually access it, and then I have to have a friend who has an American bank card to pay for the subscription. That's how hard it is to like get HBO Max over here. So there's just no point unless I've got a very generous American friend that can help me. There's no point. But Velma does look like shit. I've got no interest in it, if I'm honest. Cameron says they use UberDuck. Leo says hello, Jam. Hello, Leo. Why did I say? It's almost like I fell asleep there. Okay. Cameron says, just been to work this morning. Cursed. Also, I've seen Megan today. I won't spoil anything. Yeah, I really want to see Megan, but I hear that like the cinema experience isn't great because a lot of like TikTokers are just going there for the memes. So like I might watch it from home. Where am I in chat? I just missed it. Cameron, this afternoon watched some old AVGN videos. Nice. Computer guy. The only way for us to subscribe to Amazon Prime and buy the HBO offering. So no thanks for both. Evan, no offense, but maybe you shouldn't have put a thumbnail of Miles Morales, I can't pronounce his name now, on your community announcement for the stream. It spoils one of your entries. Everyone knows this is going to be my #1, Evan. Chill. Cooper Dude, I just watched the first episode of The Last of Us on HBO, and now I think the video game adaptation curse is starting to break. That's happening a lot, though. Like, there's a lot of video game adaptations that's like kind of changing the reputation. Listing, I watched Puss in Boots. I really did love it more than I thought I would. I'm a sucker for found families. Cameron, own the Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle on Game Boy. It's very simple but fun. Yay, Carl. Barbie better be #1. No, you all know what #1 is. There was no point of me like being like, oh, what could it be? Billy, speaking of video game adaptations, what did you think of the Uncharted movie? I didn't see it, and I've not even played Uncharted. You gotta remember, I'm not a gamer. I'm not a gamer. Really not a gamer. Evan, do you mind AVGM? I mean, it helped inspire NC. AVGM inspired everyone. Like, AVGM was like the godfather of what I do, and like, it wasn't just the NC that inspired everyone, pretty much. Like, that's where the formula started. It's where the formula came from. And AVGM, yeah, I like his stuff, and I like James Rolfe. Seems like a nice, humble guy, yeah. Sometimes I might have been in a mood to watch some AVGM, particularly the older episodes. They're kind of nostalgic, yeah. I don't have strong feelings, really, to be honest. It just seems like a nice guy, and his videos are enjoyable. I like it when he goes a bit crazy, or with his concepts. Like that one where he got, I think it's Keith Barrett, to come on and just, like, destroy the place. That was fun. That was great. I like things like that. Could be guy. I still love AVGM. His Garfield episode was great. Billy, AVGM MC and Tourette's guy are the Godfathers of YouTube. I've never even heard of Tourette's guy. Cameron, for once of AVGM, I don't think there would be game reviewers like we have now. Yeah, it's almost like it was the first step of the evolution. Like the YouTube videos nowadays are different compared to the AVGM, but you'd still have the spirit and the formula and template kind of like building on that from the beginning. Yeah. Billy Tourette's guy is super funny. Never heard of him. Might look into him. So yeah, in this stream, I'm going to be counting down my picks for the top 10 films that are coming out this year that I'm most excited about, most hyped for. This one was... I don't know how to explain how this countdown went about. It was like I had my choices and stuff, but like it was kind of difficult to work out. Okay, let me go back a bit. So top 10s are a lot harder to do than top 5s, I'll be honest. Because like it is kind of hard to narrow it down to those to the top 10. I don't know. It's hard to explain. So it was really hard because I think I ended up with like maybe 15 films that I'm looking forward to, and narrowing that down to 10 was a little tricky to like decide, okay, which 5 do I take off? Billy, Jamie and Esther should be in Kingdom Hearts 4 and bring the original voice actors for the from the film, except for Meg Ryan. Why not Meg Ryan? She's still acting. Yeah, if they want to do that, and if what the Kingdom Hearts fans want, go for it. So yeah, we're going through 10 different films. I'll be just saying why I'm excited about them, what I'm looking forward to, that kind of stuff. I will also be honest that one thing that stopped me from putting certain films on my countdown was there was just not any marketing yet. And like the premise sounds interesting, but like I don't get hype for something until I've seen a really cool poster or a sick trailer. Like there needs to be that little push for me to be like, ooh, because like an idea on its own doesn't interest me. It's like, okay, how are you gonna pull that idea off? When I get like a little taste of the execution, then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm on board. Let's see this. So yeah, brilliant. Nobody heard back from Meg Ryan, and I don't think she's done any roles. To be fair, yeah, I've not heard from Meg Ryan for ages. Now that you're saying. Speaking of which, people need to go watch When Harry Met Sally. Classic. Go watch it. Classic. But there is actually a Meg Ryan film I've considered doing a video on just because it's so weird and messed up. Like, it stars Meg Ryan and Matthew Broderick. I forgot the name of it. I think it's called Accidentally in Love or something like that. It's Meg Ryan and Matthew Broderick, and they start stalking their exes from an abandoned house using telescopes, and that's the film. And then they fall in love. I remember catching on TV as a gonna be like, this is weird. Computer Guy says, if Kingdom Hearts 4 goes to the bought-off franchises, that is, so far this never happened, but some like to see some Star Wars stuff in the trailer of KH4, so we could be surprised. Yeah, never know. Zelda, I just want the worlds to be cool, like Toy Story and Caribbean. Computer Guy, me too, since I played these games since the first one, but what about those that want to get into KH now? Billy says, that film intrigues me. Right. I think it's time we started the countdown. Let's get the countdown going. Let's get the countdown going. Okay. So, number 10. What is my number 10? My number 10 might kind of like throw people off and be like, what? But like, this is a trailer I only saw recently, and I was like, ooh, nice. Ooh, no, number 10, Evan. It's a top 10 list. So no, it's a top 10. So this film is kind of like, not too. How do I really explain this? See, sorry, let me go back. I'm being just to let you know, I'm kind of tired. Okay, so this film, number 10, is basically a film that I saw a trailer of recently, and I know not many people have probably even seen the trailer, and I doubt it's even being marketed outside the UK. But yeah, I'll show the actual trailer, and I'll be able to explain a bit better. So this is a film called Rye Lane. It's a rom-com, and we don't really get that many British rom-coms nowadays. It's kind of rare. Like, yeah, it's kind of weird. It's almost like once Richard Curtis slowed down and stopped releasing so many rom-coms, the trend kind of faded, and it's nice to see them coming back. It's nice to see them come. Maybe this is going to be a renaissance for British rom-coms. That's what I'm very excited about. And the whole trailer itself, the whole film itself, it's got this very unique wardrobe. Look at the fashion. It's really, really like there's some pop to the way that things that people are wearing. And like the background design as well. Look at it; it's just so interesting. You don't see films that look like this, especially British films. We're always like focused on the murkiness of Britain, but with this one, it looks like they're going for a lot more of a pastel look, and the humor seems really funny as well. I'm loving the humor of this. It seems it's very British humor, but with a bit of spice, a little bit of edge to it. And I love the dynamic between these two, like how their personalities break usual gender norms. Like with the woman being very abrasive and very cheeky, and the man is kind of timid, kind of sensitive. I want more of this, please. More of this, more kind of dynamics like this. And like, as you can see, like the dynamic, even in the trailer, you get an idea of what the dynamic is like. Leo says, "Oh yeah, we were talking about this. Thought it was going to be something like a gum advert before it went on. The overall look gives me either advert or music video vibes. It does have that kind of look, and maybe that was the director's background before this. But I would say that's what makes the film so unique and what makes it kind of stand out. Like when I first saw the trailer, I was like, okay, this is weird, but in a cool kind of way. Yeah, looks like a very unique kind of rom-com, and I'm down for it. I'm looking forward to it. Don't know if I'll see it in cinema or at home. It seems like a home kind of movie. It's got the comforts of home to it. And I'm hoping the rest of the film is just as funny as the clips that we got. Because damn, these clips are just great. So yeah, that's Riley, and that's my number 10 choice. What do people think based on the trailer? What do you think? Would it be something that you want to see? Would you be down for seeing it if it gets some decent marketing outside the UK, which it should? But I don't know if it's going to appeal to people outside the UK because it's a very British kind of film, it seems. So I don't know. I'd like it to get a bit of attention. Chief Brett says it seems like a laid-back movie. Yeah, it does seem chill. It does seem kind of chill. There's a chill vibe to it. Billy, it was put out by Searchlight Pictures. Yeah, so maybe they'll do a decent distribution outside the UK. I don't know. I hope they do. It'd be nice because then, like, hopefully studios would be like, studios in the UK will be like, oh right, we can stop making boring kitchen sink dramas and we can start making rom-coms again. Cameron, might give it a watch. Seems very simple. Evan says just because something originates from Britain doesn't mean it can't be appreciated outside it. I didn't say that. I feel like it's got potential to be appreciated outside the UK. I just don't know if the studios in charge, are going to be able to like market it very well. I don't know if they're going to do it very well. But I feel like there are a lot of British movies that have found success outside of the country, but this seems very, very uniquely British, and it might alienate some people because I have sometimes tried to show British kinds of like entertainment to people outside the country, and they've been like, I don't get it. So I don't know how it's gonna go. I really don't, but I have faith that there's gonna be people outside the country that will watch it and enjoy it. We'll see how it pans out. Lister says, I've never seen the whole trailer. Every time I saw the first few seconds, I skipped it. I assumed it was yet another quirky dramedy. No, it doesn't even seem to be that serious. That's what I also like about it. It seems very bubbly kind of film. Kirst, I mean, I'm not a rom-com guy for obvious reasons, but I might check it out for its visual style and humour. Could be guy. OD, yes, marketing of British movies is pretty hit or miss over here. Yeah, that's what I mean. You just don't know. You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. I'd love it. I'd love for it to be exported a bit more, but I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, like, even we're terrible at marketing our own films to ourselves sometimes. So yeah, that's my number 10. My number 9. My number 9. This is another one this is one you might have seen trailers for around, but I'm not too sure because you'll see. Like, I'm not too sure how far it's reached. I don't know. Okay, so my number 9 is a film called hang on, let me get the title right. Beau is Afraid. It's called Beau is Afraid, starring Joaquin Phoenix. And I like Joaquin Phoenix. I feel like he's a very interesting kind of actor, and I like his nuance. I like his dryness. And I need to see more of his stuff, actually, if I'm honest. I really want to see Her. And he looks very interesting in this film, to say the least. But yeah, the whole film in general has this crazy surrealness to it, and I think the director is kind of known for that sort of style. And like, it starts off, you think, like, when I was watching the trailer, I was starting off thinking like, okay, it's just a typical overbearing mum son kind of movie. But then at this point, it goes, what? That's when it appealed to me, and I was like, oh, actually, I want to see. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, it just goes crazy. Streamlabs, don't crash Streamlabs. Thank you for following 22 Cerebo. And Nathan Lane's in it as well. That's another reason I want to see it. I love Nathan Lane in anything and everything. But the whole film just sticks out. It just sticks out compared to a lot of things that are out. And it's just great to see an increase of this style of movie, like the visually ethereal and colourful kinds of films, the like post Spider-Verse, post everything all at once. I've probably said that title wrong. And like the Doctor Strange movies. Like, there's just been like this rise of weird looking movies, and this is like the result of it. And like, it kind of looks like Akira Kurosawa's Dreams, but on acid. So yeah, I'm down for this one. I'm really down for this one. Really interested in seeing where it goes, what it's like, and the trailer as well it's a really good trailer because it's like not giving you everything. It's just saying this is a little sample of like how chaotic and weird and creative and imaginative the film's gonna be. We're not gonna go into intense detail about like all the story beats or anything. It's just a glimpse of like, this is the madness. Come check out the madness. And that's great. We're getting a lot of films like that nowadays. It's almost like a barrier being broken in the 2020s, I feel like. Yeah, so Beau is Afraid is my number 9. Where am I in chat? Evan asks, have you seen Joker? Phoenix was the star of that. I've not seen Joker. Zelda, do we have the FNAF movie trailer yet? Not that I know of. Kirst, yes, I'm looking forward to this. We need more surreal but heartbreaking movies, especially since Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's how he says it. Yeah, I still need to see that film, by the way. Leo, I have seen Her. I love it. No surprise there. I really want to see Her. I really do. The premise alone really intrigues me. Yes, and Nathan Lane is in that. It's great to see him in a blockbuster again. Billy says, this movie looks like a drug trip. It does. Yeah, I want more of that. Someone's like an Ed and Eddie episode. Listy, I'm getting Bunny and the Bull vibes from it. Yes, I was too. And I actually want to do a whole video where I talk about weird British movies, and Bunny and the Bull is on that list. Zelda, Jammer, these are your kinds of movies. They are. There's going to be I feel like this list is a mix of blockbuster and weird. Billy, Jam, have you seen The Whale yet? Nope. I've not been able to have the time or resources to go to cinema lately, I'm afraid. Crew Guy, why does it remind me of a mashup of a Coen Brothers film and a Wes Anderson somehow? I get it. I think that's what I thought when the trailer first started. I was like, it's got a bit of a Coen Brother kind of thing going for it. Is that what it is? Is this just like a serious drama? And then it was like throwing all the surrealist stuff, and I was like, oh, nope. Evan, one British movie called Mirror Mask is so weird that it makes me feel queasy. Yeah, that's a film I'll definitely be covering if I do that topic. I really want to do like a whole video on weird British movies and like kind of highlight them, especially Bunny and the Bull. Like, for those who don't know, the director of the Paddington films, before he did Paddington, he was best known for directing a very popular British sitcom called The Mighty Boosh, which was batshit insane to say the least and really weird. And then he got a chance to make his own film, and it was batshit insane and really weird, but also kind of poignant. And when you see Bunny and the Bull, you can see that it's from the director of Paddington. You can really see, So yes, that is my number 9. That's my number 9 is Beau is Afraid. Okay, so what is my number 8? My number 8 is Shazam 2. Shazam 2. Now, Shazam was one of the only DCEU movies that I actually liked. And ever since there was a sequel announced, I was like, yes, I'm up for this. I'm up for this. And now I've finally seen the trailer, and I'm like, I'm loving this direction I take. I'm liking the existential angle to everything, with Billy reevaluating his superhero identity. Bit of a Spider-Man 2 thing going off there. Has the same silly sense of humor as the first movie. And that I'm fine with it being more of what we had before, because the form of the work before was really great. It's going to be great to see more of this. But at the same time, it's not more of this, because it's like it seems to be going for a very solid, straightforward continuation as well. Because we'll get to see all the kids use their Shazam powers in this film. We'll get to see all the kids using them. They'll get way more screen time as superheroes. That's going to be great. Yeah, so like they'll get more of an opportunity to show off their powers and stuff. And here's something else: we get a bunch of queer icons, aging queer icons, playing literal gods as the villains. Hell freaking yes! You got Helen Mirren, you got Lucy Liu. Yes. It's like everything adds up for me with this. There's just got all the ingredients of like my kind of superhero movie. My idea of a fun superhero movie, just silly and funny, and self-aware. And yep, 100% down for this film. And like, I like that the trailer has a big emphasis on family, and like how foster brothers and sisters are valid family. It's carrying that same theme on from the first film and progressing it. Like, yeah, I'm so down for this film. So down for this film. But what's chat saying? Billy says this film's delayed, has been delayed over and over again. It has, yeah. It's great that it's finally coming out this year, though. Kabuga, Aquaman was the one I liked. I certainly never saw Shazam. Definitely check out Shazam. It's very fun. Brundle, I hope to see Pony Smash, the director, talk about it behind the scenes again. Yeah, I heard the director does like a lot of YouTube videos where he talks about how he made his own movies. It's sick, it's sick. Evan, fun fact, I'm currently working on a top 5 best and worst DCU movies video, and Shazam is my number 5 best. Good choice. Jacobad, is the first Shazam movie available in any streaming services? I don't know, not off the top of my head, I don't know. It's most likely on HBO Max. Leaf Full Girl says, looks awesome, I will see it. Billy says, Jamie, I wonder if this or Blue Beetle will be the final DCE movie before James Gunn reboots the universe. I think it might be this one, I'm not too sure though. I'm not too sure. I don't know the full details, if I'm honest. Listy, the trailer is just reminding me of that, that I used to have a Goonies t-shirt and I don't know what happened to it. Billy, Mary's actress is playing her in the Shazam form as well. Good guy, if I had to watch that film, I'd need to watch the first Shazam, not the one with the genie in the boombox, I hope. Bad. I might watch the first Shazam movie before the second comes out. Go for it. I encourage you. If you want to just see a fun superhero blockbuster with a great sense of humor and a sense of family, Shazam's for you. And it seems like 2 is doing the same thing, but elevating it a bit more. So yeah, Dude, I like it when DC movies are not afraid to be silly. It's a nice change of pace when we get overwhelmed by every one of their movies aimed for the dark and gritty. Fully agree. Billy, I really want to see Shazam and Black Adam duke it out after this movie. Might happen. Ever, my grade for first Shazam is B+. Cameron, Shazam was very fun. Yeah, it was super fun. I'm excited. Leo, I'm not too surprised you like Shazam. Makes me wonder how you'd like him in the comics. God knows it's sweet when he interacts with Superman. I'm down for reading the comics. If I know where to start. Then yeah. Listy, I'd rather see Shazam and Black Adam smooch. Yeah. No, Shazam is like a child, Listy, remember that. I know it's hard to remember because it's played by an adult, but that would be wrong. I don't want to see The Rock make out with a child. No. Okay. So yeah, that's Shazam 2. I think it's called Gods of Fury. What's my next one? So what is my next film? My next movie. A little heads up. This one's a horror. It's a very visual kind of horror thing. I mean, it's a very. So basically, heads up. Little disclaimer. Things gonna get a bit grotesque. Let's say. So my next choice is Evil Dead Rise. I wasn't too sure what to think about the idea of another Evil Dead movie. Wasn't too sure. But after seeing this trailer, I'm like, hell frigging yes. I'm genuinely excited for this. I've not ever seen the Evil Dead remake because it just looked too serious for me. But this one seems like it was clearly made by true and passionate Evil Dead fans. It just, every aspect of this entire film looks like, yeah, whoever directed this, whoever marketed this, they get the Evil Dead. They understand the appeal of the Evil Dead. It's not just another zombie franchise. It's meant to be insane. It's meant to be chaotic. It's meant to be silly. It's meant to be just crazy. And like, this film seems to get that. But at the same time, I like how it switches up the formula. Like, it clearly loves the original Evil Dead movies, adores them even, and respects them, but it switches the location from a cabin to an LA apartment, so that it's a very different kind of setting, and who knows what could happen if the Deadites actually escape this apartment. It's so exciting to me, and it's interesting that this one throws kids into the formula. Like, we've never seen that with an Evil Dead film, as far as I know, and that's going to really raise the stakes and the vulnerability. Based on the trailer alone, it seems like it's going for this really great mix of comedy and horror. Like, it's finding that right balance of, like, being really shockingly gruesome, but also really kind of wacky. Like it's tricky to find that right line. And I feel like, again, whoever has worked on this, they're an Evil Dead fan. There is no denying. There's no denying that they're an Evil Dead fan. Billy says, "Oh, I've seen this one. It's absolutely nuts. It looks nuts." Computer Guy, oh hey Kiss, I love Evil Dead, even if I haven't seen this franchise for a while. Rewatch it, man, rewatch it. It's a sick franchise. Billy, the fact Studio Canal released it, and they're the same people who distributed and own Evil Dead 2 really surprised me. In the UK, that is. Curse, definitely felt queasy watching this. Jigger Bad, not for me, sorry. No worries, no worries. Evan, not seen this one, I'm too weak to handle horror. No worries again. Again, this is my cup of tea. This is my cup of tea, absolutely. I've always been a massive Evil Dead fan ever since I was a kid. Yes, as a kid. I was crazy obsessed with Evil Dead growing up. So much so that I took a dinosaur fact book, covered it with brown plasticine, and created an Necronomicon book. I used to go around quoting the Evil Dead movies at people at school as well. Like, I was crazy. Evil Dead's nostalgic to me. It's gonna be nice to go back to it. Give it a guy. I mean, I haven't watched the most recent stuff in the franchise. Yeah, I've not seen Ash vs. the Evil Dead, but to be fair, I don't really watch that much TV anyway. This was number 7. Yes, Evan. Brundle, I really love horror and Evil Dead, but I'm still not sure about this movie. That's fine if you're a little hesitant. I get it. But for me, I'm on board. As soon as I saw this trailer, that was me. I was won over. Leo says groovy. Good guy. I was so easily scared as a kid. I could never ever watch these films. Jurassic Park used to scare me to death, for fuck's sake. It was rare for like horror films to actually scare me as a kid, if I'm honest. They had to be like proper R-rated and really intense and really disturbing. And like the Evil Dead films didn't scare me as a kid as much as they should have. Like I found them fun, and like I had a massive horror phase as a teenager. So yeah, real appeal to me. Cooper Dude, crazy to think this will come out the same year that Winnie the Pooh gets turned into a slasher villain. True. That's happening next month. Blood and Honey comes out next month, as far as I know. So yeah, my number 7 is Evil Dead Rises. What is my number 6? My number 6 is Pixar's Elemental. Yes, Pixar's Elemental. We've not been given too much yet, but what we've been teased, I'm liking a lot. I mean, visually, look at it, look at this. I like seeing Pixar going back to like the whole like inside out abstract characters kind of direction. And like, well, look at all these character designs. They're so interesting. You can tell the artists were given a lot of freedom, and like, but at the same time, you can tell that these are all characters that live in the same universe. They've not gone too crazy with the designs. And like, I'm loving this world. I'm loving this world in general, and like the dynamic between all the characters and how they live their lives. It's like, ooh, I'm hoping for a lot for this. But obviously the thing that really appeals to me is like, I want to see Pixar doing another romantic movie. It's something I realized recently, is that they don't really do romantic movies lately. And I love WALL-E, and WALL-E has one of my favorite animated romances, and I have a lot of faith in Pixar recapturing that same kind of magic. I really do. So you've got a wonderful aesthetic going off, and all the characters look beautiful, and you've got a romance premise that's really intriguing to me as well. I'm really curious how these two characters are going to work. How are they going to make it work? I'm really excited for that. I'm like, that's the main thing I've felt ever since I saw the trailer. I was like, how? What are they going to do? What's the technique? I mean, obviously the first thing I think of is Adventure Time with Finn and Fire Princesses kind of thing. But it's a little different to that. It's a little different because Finn wasn't made from water. Jacob says, I'm liking these designs. Computer Guy, well, Pixar have improved again in terms of visuals, it seems. Darn, that what kind of monster computer do they need to process these is insane. Cooper Dude, I'm already loving the visual humor from this trailer alone. Yes, the humor is great. I didn't mention that. The humor is really, really good, really good. Lateful Girl, I really hope this turns out great. It looks like it has a lot of potential. Evan, keep in mind, Jambareeqi, the big reason all these romance work was because the characters rarely talked. That's not entirely true. Like, you can still do the same story and have dialogue. It was a great romance, but like it wasn't just because they were dialogue free. That was just part of their characters. That was part of the charm, but it wasn't essential. It wasn't essential. Listy, now there's a steamy romance. So yeah, I'm down for this one. Obviously there are other animated films coming out that I'm a bit more excited for, but this one, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I want to see where you're going to go with this. I want to go. Cursed. Reading Peter Sonne's story of his time as an immigrant definitely makes me love this film even more. I love Peter Sonne in general. I love that Pixar keep casting him in stuff because he has a lovely voice. For those who don't know, he's known for playing Remy's brother in Ratatouille, Socks in Lightyear, and Squishy in Monsters University, things like that. He has a really nice voice, but he happens to also be a director and artist at Pixar as well. So yeah, I'm down for Elemental. Elemental looks like my cup of tea, and I know what people are gonna say. Yes, the characters are possibly gonna end up on one of my Cartoon Crushes lists because yes, they do look hot. So like yeah, I will admit that's an appeal. That's an appeal. Brundle says, "No, I'm really tired of that. Insert here has its own world and concept. That is a dead horse. It was just too much since The Brave Little Toaster is one of the only movies about an own world with its own life. Visually looks good because it's Pixar, but it kind of makes it boring. Everything Pixar did in the last few years looked kind of uninspired." Disagree, but all power to you, mate. All power to you. It could go wrong. I'm not going to deny that there's a chance it could go wrong. I remember seeing the trailer for The Secret Life of Pets, but it only showed the bits where the pets are at home, and I was like, oh, this is the whole film. This is what it's going to be like. Oh, I want more of this. And you see, and it's like, nope. It's just Toy Story of animals. So, based on the teaser, yeah, we could possibly... It might not live up to the premise, but like the little sip I've had from the tea right now, I'm like, nice. Cameron, the design looks like Osmosis Jones. Yes, it has a very Osmosis Jones kind of thing going for it, yeah. Listy, I will say it's nice that it looks like they're not automatically making the film character angry or argumentative. Yes, like, yeah, they could have just gone for it. Like, it could have just been a rehash of anger from Inside Out. Yeah. Okay, so, what's my next one? My next one, so number 5, what's my number 5? My number 5 is this. It's the first Marvel film on the countdown. Actually, I think it's the only Marvel film. We'll see. I can't remember. But like, okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I love these films. I really enjoy them. I love the idea. I've always just loved stories about outcasts coming together and creating their own family, and that's that trope, but with superheroes. Like, yes. And I'll admit, I'm a bit behind on the MCU. I'm going to be catching up next month for a project. But like, yeah, I once I've caught up, I can definitely watch this film. And like, it's gonna be interesting seeing how I think this is supposed to be the final in a trilogy, and it's gonna be interesting to see how they conclude things, how they finish things. And based on the trailer, it looks like more of the same thing, but in a great way, and in a way where it's like, okay, this is the final hammer. This is the final hammer. Because like they seem to be going for the James Gunn's usual kind of quirky dark humor blended with heart and soul, which is what I really love about Gunn's work. I mean, like, I really enjoyed his recent Suicide Squad reboot. So I actually also really enjoyed the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special that came out last year. So like, yeah, a lot to look forward to with this one. A lot to look forward to. And based on the clips as well, it's like there's so much going off here. There's so much content. Oh, there's me. There's so much content in this that like I can tell this is going to be a really interesting film. A really yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Not much to really say. Just seems like it's going to be a fun MCU film that's concluding one of my favorite superhero franchises. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I love this bit. This bit. I've watched this bit so many times and it still makes me laugh. I love them. Oh, great. Kirst, of course, why are your anticipated films? My anticipated films as well. Hey, Carl, I love the first 2 films, and hopefully this movie will be just as good. Kirst, I think I'll definitely rewatch every Guardians property in preparation for the Bucket of Tears. Yes. Evan, why isn't Ant-Man 3 on your list? I mean, Ant-Man 2 is your favorite MCU movie. That doesn't mean that I'm guaranteed to be excited for another Ant-Man movie. I mean, the first Ant-Man movie I thought was just okay. I just happened to like the second one. But the trailer for Ant-Man 3, I'm just like, oh, looks okay. There's nothing really there that's making me go like, ooh. It's just like, oh, yeah, I'll probably see that one day. Yeah. Cameron, oh yes, with Kevin Bacon. Yeah, the Christmas special was really fun. Like that was one of my favorite Christmas 2022 memories. Was I had my Christmas dinner while watching the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, and it was just, yeah, I guess it's probably gonna become a routine for me to watch that special as well, just because I liked it so much. And like, it didn't overstay its welcome. It was 45 minutes long, which is kind of long for a Christmas episode special kind of thing, but like it paid off, and like it made good use out of its time. And so yeah, Guardians 3, totally down for it. I'm actually go with a bunch of like friends that are into MCU as well to make it more of an experience. Cooper Dude, Guardians of the Galaxy is one of my top 5 MCU movies. Supposedly we will learn more about Rocket in this one. I kind of got the impression from that. I definitely got the impression from that, which I'm really intrigued with, because like he has one of my favorite backstories. Which I don't mind because he's my favorite Guardian. Evan, Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas is everything the Star Wars Christmas special sort of been. Yeah, I actually have to agree with that. Yeah, yeah, it was really fun. So yeah, pretty simple. I don't really have a deep reason for this one, but like sometimes that's the case. Sometimes it's just a gut feeling. Like I know I'm excited for this. So my number 4. What is my number 4? My number 4. You might have seen the trailer. You might not have. We'll see. But my number 4... What are you doing, Streamlabs? My number 4 is a film called Renfield. Now, this is obviously inspired by Dracula, but the thing is, every time Universal have tried to reboot their classic horror monster movies, they've just taken it too seriously, and like they've ended up with a bunch of box office bombs. But with this one, it seems like they're doing this really good direction where, yes, it's Renfield from Dracula, yeah. So they're doing this really interesting direction where it's like they're paying homage to the classic Universal horror monster movies. They've got the aesthetic down to a T, and they've got the Britishness down to a T. They've got all that there, but they're also updating it, modernizing it in a very fun, interesting, funny way. So this is the direction I want Universal to take their classic monster movies. I really want them to just keep this. I want this to be successful so that Universal go like, oh right, okay, so people want fun classic horror monster movies that don't take themselves seriously. Because the original classic horror monster movies, a lot of them didn't take themselves that seriously. A lot of them were kind of campy. So it was great to see this film being like, okay, we know the audiences have changed, so we're gonna update a bit. We're gonna get a bit more frantic, but we're also gonna be very loving towards what's inspired us, and like even the font and everything. Obviously, one of the big appeals of this film, absolutely, without a doubt, is the idea that we've cast Nicolas Cage as Dracula, which is perfect. I'm a vampire! And here he comes. Yes, here he comes. Please just, I wish you could fast forward. It's just it's been one of the, here he is. Okay, so one of the biggest like marketing appeals, like points of this has been Cage as Dracula. It's so perfect. He's got the hamminess, he's got the style, he's got the class, he's got everything you need for a Dracula, particularly for this take on Dracula. Like, yeah, this just looks fun. It just seems fun. It just seems really fun. Everything seems to be working. Yeah. I hope we get a lot of Cage mugging at the camera with vampire teeth shots. But yeah, it just seems really entertaining. What are people saying? Where am I in chat? Kirst, this is just Nicolas Cage's final form. Yeah? I'm surprised if his parts were just unscripted. Brundle says we need more Nick Cage movies. We've already got enough, I think. Like last year we had a movie where Nick Cage played Nick Cage, and it was about Nick Cage. I think that's enough. Listy, I do like What We Do in the Shadows, so maybe I'll see it. It does have that same kind of vibe, doesn't it? Yeah. Cameron, not the bats. Computer Guy, this movie does look very fun, you're right. Leo, a strange off-the-wall rich man playing a strange off-the-wall rich man. Yeah, you might as well just credit Nicolas Cage as himself, or just Count Cage. I'd buy it. But yeah, what do people think based on the trailer and based on things I've said? What do you think? Would you see Renfield? Would you see it? Because like I'm down for it. As soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, yeah, this is on my watch list. Went straight on there. It just seems like my cup of tea. It really does. And I want more films like this. Can we have more silly horror films? But yeah, feel free. Cameron says they're going to see it. Nice. It'd be great if we can get lots of viewers for it. So we send a message to Universal saying like, we want you to make more classic horror monster movies, but stop taking them so damn seriously and making them boring. More Renfield and less Tom Cruise Mummy. That's what we want. Come on, Universal. So yeah, 100% down for it. Guys, sadly, I don't go much to the cinemas lately. It is way too expensive for me now, but I might see 1 or 2 films from this list. Nice. I mean, like, you can always see whatever comes out when it comes streaming. That's what I tend to do anyway, because it's too expensive. Then again, I'm probably going to get a cinema pass this year, so then I can start going to lots and lots of things in a month, but, like, I don't know when I'll do that. Okay. Just going to give people a chance to, like, have their say if they want to see it or not, and then we'll move on to my number 3 pick. Computer guy, cinema pass could be the answer. Yes, I'm considering. My roommate, who is also, he's a critic as well, he uses a cinema pass to review everything he reviews. He's called Beer Mat Movies, and on Twitter he will write a review on the back of a beer mat and post it. He's doing that all the time, and he manages to do that because he has a cinema pass. Listy, I need subtitles so I don't go to the cinemas anyway. No, I get it. If you need subtitles, then I mean, it's really rare to find like a subtitle screening. I've noticed there's audio description, there's autism friendly, but rarely subtitled. But my problem is that like, I always forget my glasses when I go to subtitle films, and I just can't see anything. I spend the whole film going. Brindle, I go to movies at least once a month. The rest I want to see, but not want to pay for money for have it ways. Crew guy, France, cheapest ticket I could get is 15 euros. I knew euros were like high, but dang, and it goes up to 25 in some place. What? Okay, I think it's time we move on to my next pick. What's my number 3? What is my number 3? My number 3 is, well, it's a very poignant film, very profound film, as you can see. It's almost Kubrick-esque. Yeah, it's very artsy. Yeah, ooh, super artsy. And, like, I can tell it's going to go to some deep places and say a lot about humanity. You never know. It could, like, revolutionize cinema. But the thing is, it is actually the Barbie movie. And I'm 100% down for this. 3,000% down for this. You already know that I'm already a big fan of a lot of the animated Barbie movies. It's going to go for a different kind of thing. But what I'm loving about this is that they're going for the camp direction. They're leaning into the queerness of Barbie and her gay appeal. I'm like, yes. Every picture I've seen, every clip I've seen, everything, I'm like, yes, this is my style, this is my aesthetic, I want this. And I'm going to show a bunch of clips now, and I'm like, yes, this is me. This is my taste. Yes, look how tacky it looks. Look how camp it looks. I want it so much. I feel like if it was just going to go for like a typical kind of like faithful adaptation, I probably would be less interested. But based on what we're given, I'm like, this is either going to be intelligently self-aware and funny, or it's going to be campy bad. You can't go wrong. Both are going to be good. Both are good directions. So Leo, I do love how Margot is dressed in her first outfit, a striped swimsuit and shades. Evan, is this a joke, Jambareeqi? Are you a female now? Well, the thing is, there are a lot of men that like Barbie as well, and she has a lot of appeal for queer men as well. Something that's parodied in The Simpsons, by the way, with Smithers, what are they called now? Malibu Stacy collection and stuff like that. Leo says, Scott, this is so you it hurts. Yes, yes. Cursed. I love seeing the people reacting to the trailer, losing their shit that this film exists. I've known about this film coming out for years, but I just wasn't interested in it until I saw behind-the-scene pictures of the actors in garish costumes. I was like, they're going that way? Ooh. It seems to be a very 90s kind of look to it as well. Everyone is really obsessed with like recapturing the 70s or the 80s, but I feel like it's time we need to like recapture the 90s. And as far as I know, because I have done research, but my memory is shit. I think that Barbie as a brand peaked during the 90s, so it's probably best to make it a very 90s kind of film. So I'm 100% down to this. 100% down for this. I can't wait for this. I want to convince a bunch of friends to come with me and just go see this for the fun of it. I'm genuinely excited. I really want this. Brindle, how the hell do you want to make a faithful of Barbie? Well, the thing is, it depends what direction you want to take. They could, yeah, there were so many different ways of doing it, but they could have gone for the Barbie brand in terms of the toys, or they could have gone for the Barbie brand in terms of the straight-to-video movie. So it could have gone one of those faithful adaptations. Computer guy, though truth be told, I hate Barbie and everything she stands for. No, I get it. I get there's a don't know what the word is. There's a side to the Barbie brand that I'm kind of like, yeah, about. So no, I get it. Again, if it wasn't going the creative direction, it wasn't. Sorry, if it wasn't going this creative direction, I'd probably be like, okay, fine, probably watch it on Netflix one day. But this time, I'm like, get in my tacky camp. Jico Bat, what types of movie do you prefer to have faithful adaptations? I don't know. Something, I guess, only if it's something that people are really passionate about, or if it's a very sensitive kind of source material. Other than that, I'm like, go crazy. Bronzo says, can't wait for the BCU. Ooh, yeah, I'll do it. I'm also curious if they're going to use the Aqua song. I'm really curious, because they could either use the Aqua song like an emotional beat, or in the end credits they could have a cover of it. I'm curious. As an Aqua fan, I'm curious. Let's see, Tim Curry better be voicing a villain in this somehow. I'd be down for that. I'll be down for that. BC. I want a BCU. Come on. We need one. We need a BCU. Well, that's the thing, is that if this film's successful, they could start doing live-action remakes of, or even animated remakes of the straight-to-video movies, and there are a bunch of them that are actually really decent, good movies. Some of them are really good movies, like Princess and the Pauper and stuff. And I feel like they could remake those. If this film's successful, we could get like a bigger budgeted Princess and the Pauper or something like that. With Margot Robbie doing the voice of Barbie. So yeah, there's potential. There's potential. Computer guy, now I have another earworm. That's a whole dynamic, computer guy, giving each other earworms. Cursed. Will Ferrell plays the villain in this, so okay, so the question is, which of my organs do I sell to go watch this movie? Will Ferrell as the villain, Magato as the villain. It's gonna be so good. Oh my god, I can't wait. There's a big reason this isn't my number 3. I can't wait for this. Okay, so what is my number 2? So this one, I know some people will say that doesn't count, but for me, this does count. What you have to remember is that in the UK, sometimes we don't get Hollywood movies for a couple of months and sometimes even half a year. And one of those movies is this one, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. It has been so frustrating seeing everyone hype over this movie praise this movie, compliment this movie, while I'm stuck here waiting for it to come to me. Because I've heard so... At first I was just like, oh, okay, the style looks kind of cool. But then I started hearing the reaction to the film. I was like, oh, okay, so it's one of... A lot of people are saying that this is one of the best DreamWorks films ever made. And I'm like, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. And to be fair, I was one of those rare people that kind of enjoyed the first Puss in Boots movie. I wasn't great, but like I was like, oh, I like stuff about it. But yeah, so I'm hyped for this to finally come to this country, and like the visuals look brilliant. Like they're not too unfaithful to the original designs, but they're going their own kind of like crazy direction. And like I love the premise for this. I've heard that it explores mental health and anxiety and like existentialism, and I'm like, Puss in Boots is doing that? Okay, yeah, okay. But the art style in general looks really damn interesting and fun. And again, it just shows what post-Spider-Verse is inspiring. I want more of this. I've heard great things about the villain Wolf. I've heard some fantastic things about him even. It'd be great to see Puss and Kitty reuniting. Yep. Everything about this, I'm really excited for. But what people are saying in chat... Leo says, I have a good friend and she has not been able to stop talking about this movie, especially Wolf. Dear God, she is thirsty. Yeah, Carl, I haven't seen the first one, but this actually looks really good and I might watch it. G-Crobat, got the cold take, this movie is really good, go watch it. Listy, the Wolf is indeed, pick it up. Oh God, yes I will, sir, I will. Good guy, I like how DreamWorks is trying new visual styles with films like The Bad Guys, very Lupin the Third. It was very Lupin the Third. And Puss in Boots. Yeah, totally down for this. Okay, Kurt says, I'm so excited. I need to stop watching the thumbnails. I'm always crying in the corner at my impatience for this film. Just come to the cinemas already. Yes, please come here. I mean, look at all the villains look great. There's not just the wolf. There's all these other villains in there. I'm like, what is this? And look at the style. I want it. Give it me now. Give me now. Me hungry. Look at the visuals. Look at everything. Everything about this just makes me hyped. It's like one of the definitions of hyped. Cameron says looks very good. Cameron says, why is it not UK yet? Yeah, so annoying. I don't know. There's a lot of release things that just we don't get stuff sometimes for like ages. I remember like one of the most annoying ones was when Big Hero 6 came out and like it didn't come to the UK for like half a year later. It was crazy. I was like, why are we not getting this? It's a Disney release and we're not getting it for like another bunch of months. Evan says, I know I'm just currently enjoying this stream too much. Being my last stream before I go back to college for a while, I think. Glad you're enjoying it. Lateful Girl, I really hope I can see this before it stops running in cinema. I heard it's amazing. Kirst, I have a feeling you'll love the therapy dog because he's such a cinnamon roll. Okay. Cameron, maybe we will get Shrek 5 after this. I have no idea what's going on with Shrek 5. Goobadoo, damn, how do I talk about why I love this movie without spoiling it for you? Don't say anything then. We can talk about it more after I've seen it. Leo, I've seen Jack Horner's design. He reminds me of the Duke from Resident Evil 8. Okay. Listy, my only negative is that I don't think Goldie's voice fits the design. It's hard to explain. It felt like I was watching a localized dub, and she was meant to sound different originally. Ooh, okay, I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, second most hype. That was my number 2. Puss in Boots: Last Wish was my number 2. Cameron, I hear the best DreamWorks movie. I hear it's the best DreamWorks movie since Shrek 2, which is a big compliment. I know I've heard everyone hyping it. I remember I've seen all the reviews of just like they've had positive titles or hyped up titles, and it's like, you're not helping me here. I can't wait any longer. And I think it's only 2 more weeks or so till it comes out in the UK, and it's gonna feel like another long 2 weeks. But my number 1, usually with my countdowns, I ask you, hey, what do you think it is? But you know what it is. I was never going to be shy about what it is. I was never going to hide what it was. Because we know, because everyone is super excited for this, especially since it was delayed last year, and last year it was my number 1 pick as well. And yes, it is indeed Spider-Verse. It's absolutely Spider-Verse. to be exact, across the Spider-Verse. Obviously, I know I keep saying this, but the thing is, I'm talking about a lot of sequels in this video. But yes, this does seem like more of the same thing, but even crazier. Just seems absolutely insane. And it's going to be interesting seeing the post events of the first film and seeing where it goes, seeing how it develops Miles, seeing how it's going to implement even more Spider-Man. It's going to be really interesting to see where it ends up taking things. And I like that the trailers are a bit like other trailers that we've talked about in this. This trailer is not showing too much. We're getting samples, we're getting tastes, we're getting glimpses. So it's going to be really intriguing to see what's been hidden from us. What are we not seeing? What are the clips we're not getting? Because like, yeah, I'm just hyped. It's hard to put it into words. And I'm sure I probably worded myself even better last year when it was on the list. But yeah, we get more of the same. We get the same Spider-Verse art style. We're probably most likely going to get the same quality of writing, and the idea of multiverses in general, and like Miles being able to like leave his base, leave his home, and go into other multiverses. That's sick. That's great. We get to see more of that. Fantastic. Leo says, God, yes, one of 2 films I'm generally looking forward to next year. This and the next Ghostbusters. Cameron, I hope I can see it day 1. Ooh, you'd be very lucky. Here we go. Miles grew up, so that already opens up more possibilities. Yes. He's a bit older now, so like he's gonna be a bit more mature. There's probably gonna be deeper themes to explore. It's gonna be really interesting, and look at that visual. Is that not enough to make you go like, I have to see this? How many spider characters are you gonna put in this? How crazy are they gonna go with the visuals? How more experimental are they gonna go? They know audiences like this style. How are they going to up their game even more? Oh, yes. Where I'm in chat now. Brundle, I hear Cage won't come back to voice Spider-Man, which I think is sad. It's Cage. I love him. Noah was fucking funny. He was, yeah. Listy, I feel sorry for this film because it has so much to live up to. Yeah, I can understand. I sympathize, but they set that bar pretty high. Leo, the fact that I saw the spectacular Spider-Man in the poster and some have spotted Superior Spider-Man, aka Doc Ock, after taking over Peter's body after he died. What? Okay, he still fangirling my heart. Here we go. Dan Miguel is angry for some reason. I really want to know why. Again, this is the marketing we need for films. We need to just dip into things, just little glimpses of things. Stop just telling the story. Just show us the money shots and a couple emotional beats, and just that's it. That's all we need. That's a big reason why a lot of people are gonna be hyping for this. It's good. It's a good trailer. Kubidu, so far they are hitting all the nails on the head, plus I am stoked that the Spider-Man from the PS4 has a cameo. There's going to be so many Spider-Man characters popping in. It's going to be interesting seeing who they pick, seeing who they choose. Chickenbrat, speculate time. Who do you think will be the big bad of this movie? I think it's actually one of the Spider-Men, I think. Leo, Jam, there have been muttering of Peter B. Parker's baby daughter, Mayday. Oh, I know about Mayday, but by that I mean we've seen her concept art, cute ginger baby with heterochromatic eyes. So prepare to squee. Ah, could be cute little Spider-Verse baby. Cameron, I'm curious, what did you think of No Way Home? I enjoyed it. It's very nostalgia heavy. But I'm also glad that I saw the Amazing films before, because then like it meant a bit more because of that. But it was very fun, and I liked the dynamic between all the different Spider-Men. And I thought Dafoe was absolutely jaw-droppingly amazing. One of the best superhero movie performances ever. Yeah, pretty cool. Leo, and the Superior Spider-Man thing, yeah, that was real. Doc Ock was dying, so he tricks Peter Parker into swapping bodies. So Peter died in his body, and Otto hijacked his body and became the new Spider-Man for a couple of years. It was excellent. Wow. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so before I shoot off, I want to ask you all, are there any films that weren't on my list that you're excited about? Any films on that, like, I didn't mention that you feel like, you know what, he might have put it on the list, but I put it on my list. Kirst says, it's probably pointless to list off my anticipated films. You already gave them, but one I'm looking forward to this Friday is Babylon, because it has a lot of my favourite tropes like 20s period setting, shameless depravity, and filmmaking politics. I was excited for it until I saw the trailer. I think when I saw the description of the film last year, what I painted in my head was a lot more interesting than what they ended up with. So I was a little disappointed, so I'm a little less hyped about it. I probably will stream it nonetheless, because I love films about filmmaking, but... Cuba Guy says Andrew Garfield is underrated. G. Krabat says, I'm excited for Spike's family movie. That would be sick. I'd be down for that. Listy, I have no idea what's out this year. I avoid adverts like the plague. Leah, oh yeah, as mentioned, the one I'm looking forward to the most next year is Ghostbusters. Gives me something to hold on for and look forward to. Oh, nice. Brundle, can't wait for The Old Way. Don't know too much about that one. Cuba Dude, honestly, the Super Mario Bros. Movie looks like a childhood dream come true. To be fair, that was one of my contenders for this list, and I felt kind of bad taking it off. The only reason it got took off was Chris Pratt. That's it. It looks absolutely gorgeous. The voices are on point. Yes, if Chris Pratt. Disagree. Hard disagree. Kabuga, I'm excited for the Detective Conan movie coming up next year, the 26th, believe it or not. Oh yeah, I know that there's loads of Detective Conan films, yeah. Evan says Super Mario Brothers could help redeem Illumination. Cameron, mine does not count as it's a 2024 movie, but Inside Out 2 should be amazing. Computer Guy, this year, I mean, we're in 2023 now. I still forget. Yes, we're in. I keep forgetting. I keep putting 2022 on date listings. Lateful Girl, I am kind of excited for the Super Mario Brothers movie. I think it looks great, sounds great. Jack Black is amazing. I'm willing to give Chris Pratt a chance. Yeah, Chris is the only reason I'm not excited, to be honest. I'm probably like 80% excited. Everything else looks magic. It's just Chris that is like, no. No. Kirst, I might check it out at the Knock at the Cabin, because we definitely need more badass gay couples and films. Another one of my contenders. I am looking forward to Knock on the Cabin. I felt sad taking it off my list. Like, it looks really interesting. It has a really interesting dark premise. It has Dave Bautista in it. I love him in anything and everything. And like the gay couple with an adopted cute daughter. That's something that that's a fantasy. Something I can relate to. So yeah, Knock on the Cabin is. I am hyped for it. It just didn't end up in my top 10. I'd actually probably put it at my 11 maybe. I want to see that, and like every time I've even seen the trailer before a video, I'm like, I'm gonna watch this again. I'm gonna watch it again. It just looks so intriguing to me. It looks really my cup of tea. Listy, Jack Black made me first of a reptile. I'm furious. You're saying that, but I know Leo has got a bunch of like reptile crushes. I know she has. So yeah, any other films that you're excited about that weren't listed before I jog on? Before I leave? Brundle, I ain't excited for Knock on the Cabin. It's a Shyamalan film, so probably end up disappointed. I think that was another thing that made me not put it on my top 10. I love Sixth Sense, but like I just hear that I've heard his career just gone downhill lately, so I'm kind of, that's the only turn off with that trailer. That's the only one, like, oh, everything else looks great. Maybe this'll be his like comeback. I don't know, but everyone keeps saying that for every film he makes every year. Yeah, so I don't know. But I'm liking the idea. I'm liking what it could be. I'm cool with it. Kubi Guy, the next Miyazaki movie, the one he's been trying to make for about decades about a caterpillar. I'm curious about that one. Oh, the caterpillar one, that's already out. That's already at the museum. The one he's working on at the moment, I think it's called How Do We Live, or How Do I Live? I am hyped for that. And it is very Miyazaki. If you study into Miyazaki's philosophies and life, it's the whole premise and even the title of the film is pure Miyazaki. Like his career has always been about chasing. It's all been about chasing, finding what it means to live. Particularly because of how he grew up and how he lost his mum and things like that. He's always, throughout his whole career, just wondered what is life and how do you live it? How do you make life worth living? So I'm hyped for it, but I don't know when it's ever going to come out. Like, it's pitched for this year, but we've had no trailers yet, and it's Miyazaki. He's probably going to be like, I need one more year. So that's what stops me from being 100% hyped. But I am hyped. It's just I can't be hyped for it this year until I know in stone it's coming out this year. Kirst, I'm curious about Oppenheimer, which is out the same day as the Barbie, because I'm always interested in the paradox of Oppenheimer's thought process in creating the bomb. Saw the trailer, wasn't that pulled in. I love Cillian Murphy. I like Christopher Nolan's work, but the trailer just didn't really sell me, if I'm honest. And I like biographical films, and I like philosophies on nuclear war and stuff like that, but somehow the trailer just, I wasn't going, ooh! It didn't give me that kick. Brundle, Saoirse Connor was a better director than Miyazaki. Changed her mind. I'm not going to change your mind. If that's what you think, that's what you think. I think they're just as good as each other. They've got different styles. Okay, I better be off now. Better be off. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you had a lot of fun with the stream. Wednesday, I'll be hosting a quiz on Disney couples. Yes, Disney couples. And on Friday, I'll be playing a putt-putt game for the first time ever for Relax Clubs. Yeah, look forward to that. A lot to look forward to. Video-wise, I've got some top 5 darkest stuff I'm working on. I've got delayed Christmas stuff still to come out. And Patreon requests to come out. So yeah, look out for all sorts of stuff to come out. Lots of stuff. It's going to be a really interesting month, I'll say that. I don't want to give away too much, but I've got some big projects this month. So look forward to it. But yeah,